Okay, there we go. Hi everybody, hi Vex, hi Luffy, hi stream, I've made it. My computer once again decided to switch the audio source off of the Yeti mic and put us back onto default, so very annoying. Don't know why it does that, thanks OBS. That source legitimately never changes, so I don't know what it's on about. But hi everybody, how are y'all today? We're gonna get right into the Minecraft. We have crafting to mine. Look, I hope everybody's having a good day. I've had a busy one. A busy week. Boink. Stuff down right now. We'll probably mine a few layers here at the start of stream. For funsies. And then we will get back on with building something. Oof. But yeah, I've had a very busy week this week. I worked... Ugh. I worked 60 hours this week. That was a little fucked up. Did not enjoy that. I might have to actually craft some more rockets. I think we're finally getting low in the rocket department here. I'll check the pickaxes, because I believe we fixed them relatively recently, so this should still be good for a while. No ghast. Actually, we're pretty far into the pickaxes, too. So we'll see how far we get into this dig before we're just out of pickaxes. Why did you have to work 60 hours this week? Sounds pretty BS, lol. Yeah, it was,
You're doing a damn fine job.
Oh, man. Hey, Ox, thanks for the resub. Ooh, what are British products? But anyway, Vex, I had to work 60 hours this week because I got hired to do a second job. Someone I know through work needed help with another job, and so I got hired to do that. Therefore, I was going from my first job immediately to a second job during the week, and that was pretty miserable. Nah, it was relatively fine. It was just by the end of the week I was fucked up. That drains you. But the hope there is that there will be more better work to follow. And hi, Luffy, welcome back. How are you doing today? British products are British non-perishable food items like digestives. What are digestives, by the way? I've heard the word, but I don't actually know what that means. Tired, how are you? I'm also a little tired, Luffy. Glad to see you. I hope you get some rest then. I hope you're tired for a good reason and not a bad reason, like I am a little bit, which was my 60-hour work week. Pretty sure my friend Gabriel is a British product. That's funny. Digestives are just bad-tasting cookies. I haven't tried them, but yeah, they're cookies. I'm guessing they're a bit like graham crackers, but not really. That's okay. Interesting. See, oh god, I've fallen. If I was going to make a cookie product, though, like, why would you want it to be called a digestive? That's a terrible name. Gotta say, marketing fail on that one. I'm guessing they're a bit more like graham crackers, but okay. Do you think, Ox, that they're missing the whatever, the puritanical guilt? I forget what the guy, Graham, who did the graham cracker was. What actual denomination. 60-hour weeks are not fun. I've had weeks like that. Oh, yeah, they are rough. I had two, like I mentioned, I had two different jobs that I was doing. Goofy, and so yeah, it was just a brutal day. Supposed to help yeah, I wonder, like, they sound like they're supposed to help digestion. Digestives. Okay. I wouldn't try to reason with the Brits Eve. Yeah. Don't worry, I wasn't planning to. And I told Evie and Colin that my birthday was coming up and that I was turning 30. They too did not believe me. Everyone here thinks I look 20. A lot of fun. We take those, Ox. That's a win. Ugh. I am definitely, you might be able to tell, my hairline does not make people think that I am young. Tragic for me. I don't know what, I'll have to ask people how old they think I am. Just out of curiosity. I guess I would be curious, chat, what you all think. For the people who don't know, which I think is maybe only Luffy here. You had to guess just from my little webcam. I know is not an easy thing. Or no, I think I've said it. I think we've talked about that actually, haven't we? My only experience with that sort of week is when I worked for the IT help desk in college. During move-in week, we had unlimited overtime and we get up to shenanigans. The record for most hours anyone managed to clock was over 100. That's pretty crazy. Was that like actual work that they were doing? Or was that just like, we're kind of fucking around? We gaming the system. Gonna start assuming Ox is 40 next time. I forget her age to even the average out. Yeah, we'll get the average correct eventually. Doing the carve out here at the this side of the cliff is a little annoying, gotta say. We're also gonna have to start messing around with the silhouette here. No, we do it now. I guess we should start to do it now. As we dig? I'm not really sure. Or if we do, we want to come back in with the cast and just fix it. I don't know what would be better there. Anybody here done a dig this size that was shaped terrain? I don't imagine, from what I know about my fellow Mad Duckers. Also don't know what we call ourselves on Realm of the Mad Duck. Do we have a name for players who play on Realm of the Mad Duck? Because this is not a treehouse situation where I feel like it's a little easy to be treehousers. I helped with a much larger dig on Ingenium back in the day. All right. Was that like a terraformed looking dig, Vex, or was it mostly a dig a big hole situation? Because if it was terraformed, then I'm curious if they tried to terraform it as they went. Or if they just did it all at the end. And obviously they didn't do it with ghasts, because ghasts weren't real. Yeah, people who talk like they play Minecraft but actually spend hours getting their mods set up perfect. Pretty good. But do you have to spend hours getting your mod set up perfect now, Ox? Have you not revolutionized the system? Also, Eve, I guess it depends if you count the perimeter. I would say not a perimeter doesn't really count because it's not really a terraformed build. It is just a cube. A big hole. It was a big hole down to bedrock around the outliers of a pre-existing large island. Yeah, okay. Just a big hole. Unexpected lurk. Got a call from the mother-in-law. Back now again. Welcome back, Leafy. We've just been digging. Talking about random junk. Alright, we're going to dig down to this level and then we're going to move on to other things. I'm setting our goal for today right here. And I'll miss the torch placement every time. Yeah. I guess I'm curious, friends. If you were in my position, would you dig the terrain as you were going down, or like would you shape the terrain as you were going down, or would you go back and I guess finish the shaping at the end once it's all dug out? Let's just shove all the stone in there. Get out of here, stone. This will surely surprise everyone, but I am a dig and rebuild person. Yeah, that tracks. I am very shocked after you encouraged Acorn to run the World Eater all those years ago, instead of trying to not do that. Though I do have to say, Vex, do you think we'd be farther along in Mushroom Kingdom if we did not try to run Trenchers and a World Eater? Depends on how different the new shape will be. I never spent enough time on new builds to make that decision. I gotcha. Yeah, because, like, again, right here, I have to decide... This is obviously not going to stay uniform all the way down to the ground. I have to decide at which point I want to start, like, making it look more like this section, at least. But I dug this as I was going down. This one, I think I'm going to do solid straight, and then just figure it out all at the end. Oh, absolutely not. Acorn would have given up far before making any meaningful progress on that thing. Yeah. Yeah. Silly Mushroom Kingdom perimeter. I think at this point, I will be shocked if that thing ever gets done. We've entered the loss of faith era on the Mushroom Kingdom perimeter. The dark times. Whee! Progress really slowed when Acorn just stopped playing on her server, lol. Yeah. Sure did. Acorn realized she didn't need to dig her own perimeter when Skyblock came with an infinite perimeter for free. Yeah. I guess that's true. Skyblock just is the perimeter. But everywhere. But yeah, I don't know. I hope that that project gets moving. But we shall see. Ook. Vex, are there Skyblock Greg Techers? Is that a thing? Oh yeah, okay. Also tonight, I found a pizza place I really like. Let's go! Pizza! Hell yeah! Let's go! Is it the best Canadian pizza you've tried so far, Ox? Yeah, there's quite a few Skyblock Greg Tech packs. Beating Greg Tech New Horizons in a Skyblock-like format is one of the most popular challenge runs. Does it make it meaningfully more difficult to Skyblock Greg Tech? Aptly named Garden of Grind? All? It's pretty funny. It's fitting because it's right next to the subway entrance, but the subway is so far under the ground that the location you have to climb 153 steps to get it. So you burn the calories to get the pizza. That's cool. We love staying fit and having pizza. What kind of pizza did you get? My brain assumes that you've gotten bacon, sausage, pepperoni, and I don't know if like Canada has some new cool toppings I'm forgetting about, or not that I'm forgetting about, that I actually just don't know about because I am not Canadian. I've not spent a lot of time in Canada. Just sausage, pepperoni, no bacon because this place is expensive AF. Is it expensive AF in comparison to Prime? Like, what's the Prime pizza comparison? Because if it's more expensive than Prime, I'm impressed. That's impressive. Really hard to tell because they don't sell an equivalent pizza. Okay. It's definitely more grindy. The right kind of player, it might actually be easier because it forces you to build infrastructure in a way that makes it a lot harder to get stuck later. Oh, okay. And the what was that message, Ox? Was that in relation to how weird my camera was acting when I was trying to fly right there? But I paid 28 Canadian for my 16-inch large. Okay. That is relatively expensive, actually. But it's good, though. Does that go on the list of Canada dues? Oh, we really got a miscellaneous selection of rocks this time. Oh, you know what? It really should. Nice. Let's go. Side there? Okay. Would you ever do a skyblock, what's it called, Vex? Greg Tech? Or are you just like, nah, ain't about that life? Okay, it's about typical here. We got a large pizza, cheesy bread, and a 2-liter of Coke for around 33 USD, not including the tip. Okay. Is that from like a local place, Luffy, or like chain pizza prices, or... I'll probably do one eventually. Okay. Have you been playing any Greg Tech recently, or just on a break right now? I think it's a chain, but I don't know how big the chain is. If it is a chain, called Jets. Okay. Definitely not one I've heard of, so we'll at least count it as a more local, well, regional thing at the very least. Thank you, Eve. Blondie's Pizza has been added to Canada to do. Let's go. Beep. Is there so far only one thing on Canada to don't? Here, when the next update of Greg Tech New Horizons comes out, doing a speed run at the current world record holders, so I'm not playing until that happens. So I'm not burnt out. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, I'll be very excited, Vex, when you get to be in a world record speed run. That'll be cool. We'll have one more famous chatter. That'll be super exciting. Alright, so I'm going to explain this for chat. I'm in a Discord that's a group chat with 2 of my friends. We have a to-do channel for the places we live, so we can put places to go when, if the others visit. So I have the hashtag Canada to-do channel. But I went and I tried a new ramen place. And the context of why this story came up, and I enjoyed it so little that I created a new channel called hashtag Canada to Don't, just to put that place on it. Which is incredibly funny. Maybe I'll make a list like this in my Discord, actually, though. I might make a Food Rex channel where I just put all the places I've been to out in LA. So if anyone's ever out here, we have just like a place with food recommendations of things I really like. I think that might be a fun thing to add to the Discord, and people can also recommend their food places. Wee! Boink. Because I've tried a lot of different places out here. I have some good recommendations, I think. But yeah, Ox was saying, but I went and tried a new ramen place and I enjoyed it so little that I created a new channel called Candidate Who Don't, just to put that place on it. Which is very funny. And then Beck said, because it's going to be like 80 hours of gregging per week. Lol. For only 2 weeks, but still. Nice. We love the 80-hour Greg work week. The full-time Gregging. Actually, like the unhinged full-time Gregging. We're so BS. So past full-time at that stage of the Greg. Factory must grow. You simply adopted the Gregging, but Vex was born in it, molded by it. Alright. Other channel names include Seattle To Do, Los Angeles To Do, California MD To Do. What does the MD stand for? California MD, and it has a crab. California, Maryland? Oh, that explains the crab. I now understand. Well, I sort of understand. I understand that they really love crabs. I don't understand why they really love crabs. They have a lot of crabs? Okay. Alright, stone in. Put this one back up. Factory gaming. Alright, going down the list of stuff. We have items. Oh, did we really get that much gravel? That's kind of impressive. There was recently on Reddit a little event where they were deleting one state of the United States at a time. And there were a lot of temporary crab-related state names due to the Maryland crab situation, and that's my biggest interaction with the crab. The general crab attitude, whatever's going on in Maryland. Alright, so we need to make more pink terracotta. By the way. We ran out. So we're gonna get on that. More glazed pink terracotta. Should I have counted how much more? Maybe. Oh no, it's not pink, it's magenta. Okay. They said they're in 50 pieces. Someone's gotta show them what united means. Yeah. I think Oregon won. Ox. I think Oregon ended up being the last state on the voting. Oh, we need a lot more dye. My bad. What an achievement. They finally got the country Oregonized. Let's go. They sure did that. Silly. Surely, we will not need to glaze more magenta terracotta. I was rooting for Hawaii in that poll. I think by the time I started paying attention to it, it was like New Mexico. No, it was like Maryland, Vermont, Hawaii, and Oregon were the ones that were left in the time I really started paying attention to it. So I forget what the name. I think the Maryland one. The names were like silly names, and I think the Maryland one at the time was Crablantia. Vermont was the Vermonster. I also thought it was very funny. And Oregon and yeah, it was like Crablantia was what the Maryland state was called at the time. Yeah, Crabalatia. That one. You are correct, Ox. There is no N in that. But they did get absorbed by the Vermonster. Honestly, a Crabavalanche sounds terrifying. Pretty good. Not the crabs. Not giant enemy crabs. Alright, surely we will never have to craft magenta glaze terracotta again, right? Oops. Wouldn't count on it. I guess we should temporarily dig this section out. Actually. Not our ghast making, frankly, awful noises. Wonder what the best way to dig this is. Is this a gas situation, actually? We take these down. Do we just fly in here with the ghast and try to clean that out? I think so. I think that's correct. Alright. Wouldn't count on it. God, my dishwasher is so broken, or is broken. The maintenance guy ordered me a new one, and I thought about being, okay, just check in. You know I have the tiny dishwasher, right? But I thought that would be rude. Aha, I'm seeing a problem happening here. He comes Friday to install the new one, and he's brought a regular-sized dishwasher. Who could have guessed? I hate guests, by the way. In my ass. Eh. Come on, you shit. Get down here. Fine. Ow. And that means I gotta wash everything by hand before Nim gets here to eat birthday ice cream dessert. That's unfortunate. Good luck. Pain in the gas. I have such a busy week. Tonight, I make the dessert. Very exciting. Tomorrow I go to Buffalo, NY to fix my US phone number. Okay. That's funny. Then Tuesday is birthday celebration. Let's go! Birthday! Yippee! Let's just dig this all, maybe? No, we don't need to dig all of it. Never mind. Then at some point in there, I have to go to Service Ontario to get my new driver's license. Interesting. Go to Service Ontario. Is Service Ontario a place? Is this what they call the DMV in Ontario? Or is it a part of Ontario? I don't really know how to interpret Service Ontario. What does that mean? Yeah. Yes, kind of. It doesn't do all the things a DMV does. Okay. Perhaps for those not Americans, we are referring to the Department of Motor Vehicles, everyone's favorite United States government apparatus, the Department of Motor Vehicle. Okay, it doesn't do all the things a DMV does, but it does some things a DMV doesn't do. But it's where you go to do business with the province of Ontario, lol. Okay. Gotcha. Do you have to take a driving test out there? Or are they just like, you have a US license, that's good enough? That checks out. Okay, no. Alright. Got it. Ontario has reciprocal agreements with all US states and a number of other countries. Ooh. Where you just, if you learn to drive in one of them, you're like Gucci. Do we do that for the Europeans even though they drive on the other side of the road? $80K. Okay. Yeah, that's fun though. I hope that's easy. And not at all annoying. Whee! I must go to the Department of Motor Vehicles soon. I just have not gotten around to it. As one may know, the Department of Motor Vehicles not the place you really want to go. Right. Ow. We're done. I also think most of Europe drives on the right. It's the Brits that are weird. Ah, I see. Not the British. The Brits would never be weird. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Can't believe the British would be so normal all the time. I also think most of Europe drives on the... Okay, no, but I know that a bunch of European countries are on the list for Ontario. Okay, cool. Well, one time I walked by a dessert shop that was next to Service Ontario, and they had a sign out front. It was like, survived Service Ontario, you deserve a treat. That's pretty good. That's incredibly funny, Ox. Love that. It's like out here. When Nim and I went to the Howlin' Rays in Chinatown, the guy was like... guy at the counter, when we came in for ice cream, was like, "Did you come from the chicken place?" And it was very silly. Now that's strategic location. Yeah. Whoops, wrong item. It was very funny. Blink. We actually need the rest of these. All right. We're getting somewhere. Whoops. There they are. If Service Ontario is the DMV, Service Canada is the Social Security Office. Again, not the same, but that kind of vibe. Okay. The Social Security Office, in my experience, is a less busy and more depressing place than the Department of Motor Vehicles, I would rather go to the Department of Motor Vehicles than the Social Security office. They just have better vibes. The DMV? Let's be real. I'm saying, God, I went to the Social Security office to officially change my name when I transitioned, and the guy there was basically half asleep. Yeah. And he only changed my first name. That's fucked up. That sucks. Yeah. So for a few minutes, I officially had a girl first name and a guy middle name. That's rude as fuck. Mine at least got it right. Did you... I don't remember, Ox. Did you do that over here? Or did you do that back in Kansas? I don't remember. Did it in LA. Got it. Right. Porch. Glad I checked. Yeah. I'm also glad you checked. I am surprised that they didn't ask you to double check it, though. Oh, God. Mine did. They, like, handed it back to me, and they were like, make sure, is this all correct? This guy was half asleep. Oh, no! That's so unfortunate. Okay. Anyway. Get these in here. So unacceptable. Yeah, it's pretty bad, right? Like, fire on first offense unacceptable? It's pretty ridiculous. All right. That way and that way. Punk. All right. He looked like he was about to retire and just fully become a zombie. Oh, God. Time for me to take off. Have a good rest of your stream. Thanks for stopping by, Luffy. Have a great night. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Where did that one place? Okay. Like fire on first defense. Yeah, unfortunately... You unfortunately do not get to be fucking around with people's names for both moral and legal reasons. Yeah. X is being very kind about that, but it does seem a little... like, You really, really shouldn't mess that up. That could cause a lot of problems for somebody. A lot of problems? Beep boop boop beep. But who was Fowen? I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, no harm done. The implication that Vex would be fucking around with people's names if he considered it morally and legally acceptable? Sure, and maybe I'm just being dramatic. Just seems to me like a name change is significant enough to warrant, you know, being careful and not just sitting there half asleep. Yeah. Well, pretty much everything involving the Social Security office does actually seem like a really important thing that you should be awake for. I'm not gonna lie. Like, people's lives depend on the Social Security Administration doing their job. Kind of important. Eh, just a little bit. But what do I know? Can't reach now. Okay. Oh, I'd absolutely do it anyway. It were funny. Yeah. Believable. Also pretty sure most reasons not to do something fall into moral or legal. Oh god, Ox. Let's get political. People's lives, haven't you heard? All the Social Security Administration does is make payments to dead people. Yep, that's how that works. It's all just fraud. I'm glad you're here to point that out, Ox. And for anyone with the least ability to read sarcasm, we're being very sarcastic. Just in case. But yeah, I'm pretty sure most reasons not to do something fall into moral or legal. I think most reasons not to do something, Vex, fall into funny, not funny. Alright, payments to dead people who only drink soda and potato chips all day. And eat potato chips before Ox hits me with the funny. If I gave you a potato chip smoothie, Vex, would you drink it? Oh, that broke off. Oh no, we never connected to that. So as you could say, there are social reasons not to do things as well, but a lot of that overlaps with moral, I think. Yeah. I would say social is like definitely a thing, because there are things that are like people don't do for social reasons that aren't like good things. Like, there are a lot of, say, trans people who don't transition for social reasons, and that's not a good thing. The sad thing when it's social reasons. Depends. Benzene. Ah, the return of the benzene. Okay, so for this side, we're gonna do the walls first. And they're also just that sound unpleasant, and I don't want to. Yeah, that's true. Is it outside for this one? Nope. Down we go. It's this side. Whee! Not the benzene smoothies, though. Funny that you thought the benzene never went away. I mean... yeah. This one's gonna be a little fucked. There we go. Did you know that I convinced my college to let me into a chemistry class this semester? That's fun. Are they gonna let you have benzene? What does one actually do with benzene? Oh, that's me. Apparently I'm free cammed. Okay, Ox, what is the... I have a better question. What is the better question? Is it considered cheating to bring bees into a chemistry lab? Can you pass your chemistry class vex with only bees? Need walls. Drink it. The drinkable benzene, everybody. All right. Okay, there are actually not bees that make chemicals. The only chemistry-related relevant bees are the ones that make elements. I see. So we can't bee speed run chemistry. I gotcha. Alright, now we do need to go build that upper portion. So we do in fact need more blocks and walls. Forgot about that. So we probably need at least 8 of those. The rest can become wall. Okay. Ooh, drinkable benzene breaks Grycean maxim. It's redundant information, just like vegan tomatoes or boneless pizza. Okay, I follow. There are also bees that randomly mutate into TNT and kill you for no reason. Yep, that was tragic. Have you ever been killed by bees, Vex, in a Greg Tech run? Oh, we're gonna need a lot more walls. Oh shit, there's granite in there. What's that doing there? Haha, yeah, they're such silly guys. Yes, I've died many a time to the very same bee that killed him. That's unfortunate. Would you ever do a hardcore Greg Tech run? There we are. Only a few. Absolutely not. That sounds terrible. I am not a hardcore enthusiast. Alright, so I can't remember. Let's find out. Did we pink core or magenta core this all the way to the top? Yeah, we did. Whoops. There we go. Absolutely not terrible. That should be a channel point redemption. What should Vex? Hardcore Greg Tech? You go play hardcore Greg Tech New Horizons till you die. It would only take up half of a stream. Is there a lot going on that would kill you in Greg Tech, or is that just... Actually, we needed a whole lot more. Oog, ow. Hit that going hard. Like, obviously, I don't really know what's going on in Greg Tech, and I don't know how much of it is constantly trying to kill you. Yeah, the mobs are pretty tough early on. Are they tougher than regular hard mobs for some reason, or are they just hard mobs? And ergo as annoying as hard mobs are early on. Wink. Okay. So we need to go... You can also starve pretty easily. You don't know what you're doing, and absolutely they're harder than the vanilla hard mobs. Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool, though. You get down to that level. Kind of impressive. At this level, we'll do all this around here. Whoops. In. Crouch here, we'll put that in. That. Go for stone now. Build this section. Go here. Do that. I fill that. And we go here. That. There. Cool. All right. I would do a Greg Tech stream, but I just don't think I would get the interesting Greg Techie parts in a reasonable amount of time. I'm also not a femboy, so I could never truly be accepted in the Greg Tech community. Ooh. Right. What did I do here? It's just these, grain, that, and just go for stone. think here and here. Stone there and there. Then we get the stairs in here. Ah. Cool. What? That last part is just not true. Reg Tech community is like 30% trans women. It's pretty funny. We love activities with a shockingly high percentage of trans women. Doesn't surprise me, though. There are a lot of... The factory builders seem to be very popular. The trans women? I did not quite get the factory builder bug. Yeah, that's hardly shockingly high. I don't know. Well, is that problem because it's not shocking, Ox? It's high, but that's not a shocking thing that it's high. That the angle we're going there. Yeah, it's not shocking. Okay. I'll give you that one. We will need to figure out how to light this area. For now, we'll put a torch. We'll have to remember to come back up. A large chunk of Vanilla Tech MC is also trans women. Gotcha. Where are all the trans women at? Neat. We've done the first part of this task. Let's go. He's down for now. Now we build our arch. Yippee! All right. I suppose we build this for now here. Though it does look incredibly silly. Without the other portion. And we'll figure out what's going on that wall at the end. Great. I suppose it doesn't need it on the other side, too. Even though it will be attached to the wall. Like so. Oops. Okay, we got that. Now we need to figure out some kind of arch system. For the middle, we have to decide, do we think that I need to widen the tops of the pillar right here on this section to support the upper layer? I have an idea. We could try doing a stair, like a full stair encirclement on that tier. As for early Gregtech New Horizons, it's definitely takes some time to get into the into what the pack is really about. Yes, Vex, I have definitely gathered that. It does not seem like Gregtech gives up its secrets very easily. Okay, but the early game is still really good and is definitely the most polished part of the pack. Okay. Are they constantly working on the other stuff? Hmm. The early part is unfortunately necessary for a new player because the later half of the pack gets complicated if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. That has been pretty clear. Right. This is where it gets a little wonk. So we'll put that there. We also do actually need a way to get back up for a moment, so... Wink. Whoops. Or I will simply miss. That also happens. So how did you originally hear about Gregtech Vex, or is it just like that popular that everyone has heard about Gregtech? This is incredibly giga awkward. Whoops. Nope. Nope. Alright. We'll have to see what this looks like when I cleared scaffolding. Because unfortunately at the moment, we really can't. I just found people playing it on YouTube. It seemed fun, and I wanted to challenge myself since I'd played a lot of expert packs previously. Okay. Was Gregtech difficult for you, even though you'd already played packs, or was it not incredibly challenging the first time? Just gets tedious, and you got stuck. So I played it and realized that I was indeed not hot shit. Okay. All right. It looks worse. I didn't realize that those separate. Tragic. So what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna try a solid block here. Like so. And both stairs being outward. Solid block. We're gonna have our stairs going slap in solid block. Block. All right. Vex, if you were to design the perfect tech mod pack, how similar or dissimilar to Greg Tech would it be? If I were to actually try and make one, I would use Greg Tech New Horizons as a base level. I think the perfect factory should be its own game and not built on Minecraft, though. I would definitely heavily draw on Greg Tech New Horizons, or Greg Tech and especially Greg Tech New Horizons design elements. Not the scaffolding stuck up there. All right, chat. Opinions. I would like them. How do we like the top of the pillar being like that? Not the top, but this middle section. Greg Tech voltage tiers are truly ingenious ideas. I think it looks better with the wall on the front, like the others. Okay. You don't think it needs to try to pretend to carry the upper part? Because it makes the magenta just the right amount of subtle. Oh, not that top part, Ox. That's just a missing section of walls. I mean this. The new change at this level here. That's not on purpose, that's just missing walls. That's so that I could walk into this section. Boink, 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 like that. I basically mean this level here compared to this level here. Because here we get more of a like continuous magenta effect, and it makes it really obvious that the pillars go straight through. But I kind of agree with Vex here that it definitely adds a bit of detail and makes more logical sense to do it this other way. We could try with the stairs going side to side, but we've already done the stairs looking outward at the topper or the upper level here. Not the topper level. I think maybe what that asks for. Eve, clearly you must take statics and make your structures real-life accurate. It'd be funny. It'd be the only reason for me to take that. So I wonder if we do this, or we put a solid block there. Makes it match with the one above it more. We're gonna try here. That. Yeah, okay. I think that makes the most sense. Where we beef that section up. It does look funny here, but that's whatever. Not a lot we can do about that. Let's not make those into solid blocks, but The weird little bit of texture, like shape stuff is interesting, I feel. Does make this section look more heavy, but that's frankly what we need it to do. I need this section to look heavy if it's ever going to make the top section make any sense. All right. Ah. Right, let's see if we can do all the middle ones from here. Whee! So that needs to be this. Ooh. It is itchy. All right. Before we do this, we're gonna take a quick break really quick here. We'll run some ads. And I will be right back. Yeah. I can kind of see a vision for this. I think it's gonna look alright. But yeah, so we're gonna take a really quick break. I will be back. Grab a drink, grab a snack. Do not feel the need to stay, watch ads. We're going to play some, but that's because we live in a capitalist hellscape. Let's go! All my homies hate capitalism. But yeah, we shall be back. Alright, we're back. Let's go. I remembered I could play that song while I'm gone. It's fun. I never get tired of that. Yeet. One day, I might actually play Portal as a stream activity. I think that could be fun. I also think it's like appropriately length for one stream. That block freaking out. Oops, got that wrong. Go. We're gonna need more stairs. Probably more stairs than that, but that's what I'm gonna make right now. We'll see. That's annoying. I'm really bad at remembering place. Quite impressive. Yep. Ugh. Ah. Lay yawns. Not gonna lie. This weekend was not long enough. And that really more has to do with how long the week was than anything else, but I could frankly use more days off. Not gonna lie, friends. I would like more days off. I am, as it turns out, not really job pilled. I know there are a lot of people who are like, my job is my life and I work a lot, and I don't quite understand your devotion to capitalism. People who try to work incredibly long hours all the time for money. You capitalism much better than I do, as it would turn out. Bonk. Let's go. We don't need to actually go much farther here. Cool. We already did the next one. Perhaps if we ran out of these first. Okay. We are putting the most blocks. Let's go make more blocks. Yippee. All right. Should I make 2 stacks? The world's most mundane question? Yes, I'm going to, but no shot I need 2 stacks here. Make them. There's no shot we're gonna need them. there, that one there, 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 there. That up. Neat. Okay. And we go in with the stairs. Stairs. Okay. God. Okay, cool. We need to do the outside section now. Whee! So, anybody up to anything cool this week? We've heard that Ox is a very fun and busy week coming up. I'm curious if anyone else does. I will be back to regular work. Then, after that, some of my family is coming to stay over for the week, so that'll actually be pretty interesting. I don't know what we're gonna get up to while they're here. But otherwise, I'll just be trying to make myself available. And then probably just do some of my regularly scheduled week activities. We'll have Riftbound on Saturday. We'll have a stream on Wednesday. Friday is going to be the most accidentally fucked up and evil day I've had in a long time. Because I have accidentally scheduled a blood draw and electrolysis, a CT scan, all on the same day. So, and then I have dinner with a friend. There's so many things on Friday. Nah, that was a mistake. Okay, I am John. Nothing to do until August, unfortunately. I have government assigned time off from college. Ah, gotcha. Hence why it's Greg Tech speedrunning time. Time to fill the void in your life with meaningful achievement. Boink, boink. Right. Got those in. Right. Government assigned time off from college, which is nice, but it do feel like whenever I'm feeling motivated to do schoolwork, I don't have any to do, and when I'm burnt out or want to be doing other things, I'm swamped with it. I do think that's kind of how it works, though, Vex. All right. Interesting question. Should we put piece of fence? I guess, question, Vex, since you're here. Do we think we need to fill this gap with anything, like detail, or do you think it's cool to just have the gap as is? These rectangular gaps. We just keep the gaps? Yeah, I was thinking we could put the bars in there as well. But I don't know if that would be too busy. Might be too busy. Yeah, I don't want to put more light. That's for sure. That area doesn't need to be bright. I like a lot of the contrast. Get dark areas, get bright areas. Not oversaturate everything in light all the time. Yeah, we can try bars. Get rid of this ghast again. But I wouldn't do too much to it. I like the gap. Yeah. IDK, how to describe why I like it, but I do like it. Well, we'll try one with bars. That's the only thing I could think of trying to do right there. But, I don't know if it's gonna look a little too busy. Or not. Do I have the bars? No, the bars are here. So we'll try it on one of the darker ones. Just because this is what the effect. I do think if you're doing any bars, do iron bars, it ain't need more color. Yeah. Of course. Alright. Bar. Bar? Bar. For what it's worth, that kind of double-decker archway is common in architecture. Yeah, it is. What do we think of bars? I don't think it needs them. Curious what you all think. Yeah, I don't think they're necessary. I don't think they really subtract from the vision, but I also don't think they're necessary. Buy that bar. There it is. Where did that go? Let's knock that down. All right. So we've got that section in now. I do think it needs something here. I don't know what though. Something about that bothers me. Hmm. Because that layer looks too heavy, honestly, in my opinion. And I wonder if that would be solved by putting a stair, like an additional outcropping stair layer. We can't really drag this in more. We could pop it out like that layer above it is popped out. Or we tuck in this part here. Still have my stairs correct? Yep, I do. Let's get up there. Because here, we almost can't add too much detail. This section is interesting because making it very complex is kind of the point. As opposed to other sections where we are looking truly for some degree of simplicity, this is not one of those sections. So, like, this would necessitate changing the lower portion. A little bit somehow, but don't entirely hate it. Kinda wonder, okay, we do need some slabs. Let me try some slab tactics as well. Slab? No. Don't have any slabs. Slab. Back out there. So we'll try on the next one, because we have a few of these to work with. So we can't quite do cool linkage here without that one. And a slab. That. Will this work? I put this stair that way. What does this look like? No, it doesn't do what I want it to do. Oh, because it needs to be this way. Then this one be that way. That's doing something. Stairs are a menace, might I add. Stairs are certified haters. Chicken. Munch, 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 munch. So we have a stair going this way, stair going that way. That gives us the shape we want. It makes the lower stair incredibly unnecessary by knocking out the lower stair. I'm gonna clip that munch, 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 and make a resource pack where that's the sound of eating. Be funny, Ox, you will have to perhaps excuse me for maybe not playing with it. But I think it would be very entertaining. Okay, kind of like what we're doing here. So that's removing that, removing that, removing that, that, that. That one there, that one there, that one there, that one there. Slab. Oh, that's the fun part. I can put it on Realm of the Mad Duck as a server pack, then everyone will play with it. I mean, that would be incredibly funny. There. There. How we do that? No. Lab. Incorrect. So that way. No, that way. And that's what it is. This way. That requires us to do that. We, like, minimum need this one in to fix it. Go collect all our lost pieces. Okay. I think it's pretty easy to spoof the force resource pack thing while IDK why they added it. ID. I don't even know why they added it. Alright. We're gonna see if we can carry this pattern on. Whoops. Aw, shit. There we go. Alright, since you guys are here now, what do you think of this adjustment to this level here in the middle? To give it more... Basically, I don't like how heavy this line is without doing something to it. So I've decided to indent it like that. To give us more something dynamic going on there rather than solid block McFuck you. Gonna get weird on this next section. Because now we're gonna start going into the recessing portion. Okay. I lurk. I gotta make ice cream dessert and wash a lot of dishes. A lot of dishes. I actually have to like look at this number to attempt to read it. 10,846,239,847 dishes. Because I feel no good way to read numbers like that from left to right. I think this is one of those moments where, like, the way you read English breaks down looking at this chain of numbers. But good luck, Ox. I believe in you. And I hope the ice cream comes out great. And I'm glad you do not have to vegan the ice cream this time. $10,846,293,847 and no over 100. I don't know how to read that last bit, actually. Like when writing a check. Oh! I've never written a check in my life, Ox. You write no /100 if there aren't any cents. Yeah, that does make sense. I think back to my mom writing checks, and I'm like, you're right. I think that is correct. I have never written a check in my life, though. The deep Eve lore right there. Not even deep Eve lore, but like a mildly amusing Eve lore right there. So this is going to get a little funky. Because we're going to have to go around this corner in a strange way. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So we got stair. And we're going to have stair here. Let's see, we still have the thickness. Regardless, good luck, Hawks. I hope the ice cream comes out great. Nope, that's incorrect. Need this stair this way. Stair that way. And then this would be a slab. What the hell does that look like? Incorrect is what that looks like. But I don't think that's hard to fix, actually. I think what that means is we go here, and we just add one of those. I think it accomplishes what we want it to do. Ooh, I really can't actually see that. How does that look? A little fucked up, but I think it's good enough. Or we try, hold on. We try this. Put this stair actually just like that. Yeah, that looks better. That's correct. That looks much better. Neat. Go stair. 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 Lab. We ran out of stairs because they all fell off, I guess. Come back, stairs. I need you. Yippee! Stairs. After we finish this section, I think we're going to switch to the League of Legends. There were stairs here? I heard the pickup noise when I landed. I didn't realize there was stuff here. League of Legends, yeah, Ox. I think I'm gonna probably only stream for like another hour right now. It's been a long day, long week. So I think I need a little bit more rest before. And I gotta get a few more things done before call it for work. So we'll get this done. We'll play some League. Snag that piece. Back up to the top. So we did drop 5 stairs. We're gonna craft a few more stairs just because we're gonna drop more stairs on accident here. Ouch. Bonk. Munch, 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 munch. We had to do a couple takes so that Ox can get the best one for the server. Only the best. Alright, that way, that way. That way. Alright, here's just gonna get weird again. Lol, I won't make you listen to your own voice. That would be horrible of me. That's why I was like, well, excuse me for maybe not actually playing that if you do put it Ox. Only mildly torturous. No, that's not correct. We're gonna drop actually a lot of stairs. Is unfortunate for us. Can we even make this pattern go around this bend in a correct way? Not really. And it basically have to now go here. Fuck, we ran out of stairs. Pain in the ass. 10 stairs, we couldn't get it done. Okay, anyway. This is gonna be whack right at the end. Of course it is. The end is always the hardest part. Any of these projects where you're like, uh-oh. We gotta make our fucked up and weird geometry make sense now. No, actually, I think this is pretty doable. I think we just need to change this one. That one. I think we change it to that. And oh god. Luckily it wouldn't go far. Right. Then we change that to the slab. Then we change these two. This one to the stair. We need more stairs. Of course we need more stairs. Why wouldn't we need more stairs? Just make 20 stairs. We can't run out of stairs now. Let me go like that. Let the ghasts yelling constantly. Uh, do hate that. Okay, so this is the gap behind. We actually need to go like that. It needs to line up with the open gap space, I think. I don't know if that's more obtrusive, less obtrusive. I think it's fine. Then I think the rest is okay. All right. The lower level is a slightly different shape than the upper level, but I think it's a cool design, so I think that's okay. Like when viewed from below, now it looks like its own thing. We might do some kind of corner piece that fits in here. We'll see. Not sure. But for now, I think we've made good progress. We've gotten in. We'll go get some glowstone. Not glowstone. Glow lichen though. Let's fix that last bit. Surely, I have it here. There we are. That torch. Torch do be bugging. Do be bothering. Let's drift in here. Knock that out. Put in one piece. Get our ambient lighting. And I think it works. think we're getting somewhere. This has been a very interesting project, and a very difficult project, frankly. But now we're just going to do some sort of connecting arches in here. And then probably we're going to texture the ceiling with what we've done down here. Kind of the undersides of bridges do this. Ox did a different version of this on her bridge. I did 2 thicker ones. Ox did a bunch of single line version. We'll figure something out. We'll see. Again, ultimately, we're fixing our geometry here, but we are going for something that is as detailed as this section of the area here. We have a lot of work yet to do. I do realize that those need to be changed to bricks. Now that I've seen that, I'm going to change it now before I forget and that gets lost forever. One, two, three. Brick. Is this wall? Hello. That looks more correct. Yeah, so we're ultimately trying to get something that looks more like this section, detail-wise. We want it to be quite ornate over here. So we're still going to come in with like a texture. We're going to change up some blocks. We're going to do things. We might try to link this level with something. I'm not sure. Like I said, we'll keep working on it. Figure it out as we go. But I want this section to be like as crazy crenellated as possible as we go down. Make it look just like incredibly built out. Should be fun. Then we'll get back to trying to figure out how to make a staircase down here that doesn't look miserable. It's not been easy, but we will see what we'll do. Ugh. All right, let's go to League of Legends. Go to the desktop. We have our desktop background of the day. For those of you who like to see our desktop at all, we got one. I don't know where this is. If I had to guess, see, I don't recognize this building. This is like, I feel the most recognizable building of everything here. Some kind of Space Needle ass looking thing. Let's see where this is. Oh, is it Toronto? That's funny. Well, well, well. That is Toronto, Canada. Hysterical. Space Needle Ass is the CN Tower, and the glowy thing to the left of it is Rogers Stadium. Okay. Nice. Well, apparently this one's for you, Ox. I would not have clocked what city, like, skyline this was. But ugh. The people at Microsoft picked this one just for you. It's quite a fun picture. I can't really contextually tell how tall any of these buildings are, though. I would love to see if someone, like, photoshopped in the bank tower. Then my brain would be able to, like, oh, I understand how tall this city is. Give me one bank tower for context. Okay, what that big League of Legends logo is, yeah. All right, let me adjust our... So we'll go to here. Back the league. We'll go fix our category. League. Done. The new T1 skins are out. I have loot. Check our loot first. I don't have any boxes yet to open, so... Nothing there. The new T1 skins are out. I don't think I care about any of these. I wouldn't be mad about getting the Misfortune, but I don't think I want to buy the Misfortune. They really gave her the worst standing animation I've ever seen. And it frankly kind of ruins the skin for me. We got a Yunara, I don't play. Shinchao, I do play, but I don't really care to get skins for. Seraphine's fine. Don't care about this skin. Galio's cool, but I don't play Galio. Ambessa is cool, but I don't really play Ambessa. So MF is really our only pick here that makes any kind of sense. But, like, truly, chat, I cannot stress how much they made this skin awful because of the standing animation. And if you have a moment, if you're still here, Ox, to look at the horrors, I can show it. But if not, I'll just hop into a game for now. And when you resurface, we'll show it off. It's terrible. The horrors of the standing animation for this Misfortune skin they just made. Let's go look at the skin real quick. This is the new MVP T1 Misfortune skin. And I was saying that I do not care for it because almost entirely because of the standing animation, which is kind of impressive. Let me look this up really quick. Oops, mistyped that, but sure. Found it anyway. This thing is terrible. Gotta say. It's actually impressively terrible. It's like, here's the art. I don't think that the face particularly looks like Misfortune, but look at this. Look at the way she stands. I really hate this. I really hate this so much. What is this? I know kind of what happened here, but I just think it's incredibly stupid. Hey, can I blow this up in some capacity? No, that doesn't really work here. Hey, can I zoom in? They give me the option to zoom on YouTube. Not really, it seems, but like... Actually, what is this cross-legged ass stance? And a lot of what happens there is that they let the players give a ton of feedback about different aspects of the skin. And so I'm assuming the player asked for that. And therefore they got it, but I think it's a horror. Like, it's awful, chat. Let's get into a game here, though. Yeah, okay, but at what cost? Wow, we got all champions we actually like here.
I'm on the case.
That's funny. That, like, never happens. A lot of good champs up on the board today. Not a lot of ability power. We're going 580s. Let's do it. All attack damage. No balance. Diverse damage profiles my ass. We're either going to win this game incredibly hard, or we're going to lose. It's going to be very funny. Reroll that. Shit. Reroll that. We'll take critical missile here, actually. And we'll go for that. Go for that.
I'll be keeping a close eye on you, Jinx. You've caused enough chaos as a team.
Oh, that's fun. We have a Jinx on our team, so we get the Jinx voice, like, interaction line. Whee! Trap.
Me, miss? Not by a long shot.
Minions have spawned.
Aha. Got him. Got hit with that bind. Haha, direct hit.
I'm not here to serve. I'm here to take. There is more to life.
Ooh, we dodged that. Barely, but we did. We know the Arya's in the bush, because she's been in there the whole time. Oh no, she moved around to the other side. Alright. Well, got 2 kills. We'll get our axe here on spawn. It's good.
Stone left unturned.
Get back out there. Take that. I actually have a fairly poke-oriented team here as well. Ow! We took a lot, but okay. Great violence happened right there. So watch out. That Ari will have another dash in there. You will have to use it soon. Oh, not quite. That's fine. That should be enough gold. We don't want from downtown. We don't want killing time. Don't want that. We'll take critical rhythm. That's good enough. We got our item. We got our boots. We're in a good spot.
I'll be adding that to the charges. You're safe with me. Crimson Cobalt! Am I getting stronger? I never miss.
Alright, we got the kill.
So, it has come to this.
Kind of thought, well, I could see him enter the bush and start walking that way. Right, well, we got enough for the BF sword portion of our next item, which is good. As long as we, every time we die, we have enough to buy a major component or two of our next thing. We're not like that upset about dying. Be nice to not die, but
And this time I will not.
fortunately it's ARAM and we do need to die. Purchase. That Jace dying.
Someone called for a sheriff.
I don't believe it!
Taking in. Finished before tea time.
Right. We got that. Vote no here, because I prefer to play things out. Keep getting our items. Well, no, I won't have enough for this one I spawn, but
It seems I may have a new suspect. In my sight. I never miss.
I currently have the poke advantage, but
Let's invest.
we'll see if maybe eventually we're going to be doing enough damage here that doesn't matter.
Pay attention to the trap.
We'll do that, that. We'll do collector upgrade. We'll go here, go there.
To the charges.
Could get some lifesteal. I do a lot of damage, but actually I need to heal. We are starting to really do damage. And we're going to complete that. Then we're going to start our healing item. The half decent score line, but not really mattering all that much.
Back on the case, and this time I will not fail. Target marked.
Watch out! Sneaky stampede! Gotcha!
Let's do this by the book.
Oh, my team surrendered, so kind of doesn't matter at that point. Most of them having a rough game, too. I did second most damage next to the Misfortune. That's not surprising. The only other one in a with a champion that might actually have a half-decent chance of doing damage. No, our Jace, I feel, could have actually been in a decent position. This champion has a lot of range and poke. If it's Zyra here.
The thorns embrace.
Zyra do be a good champion. Or at least one that I really like. We will be red and black Zyra today. So that'll be not exciting. Well, I mean, it'll be fun for us. I like this skin a lot, so it's exciting for me. It doesn't innately make the game particularly more exciting. All right, so let's see. This team is kind of annoying, but all comes down to augments as usual. These are weird augments. We'll grab the sustain one.
Such a busy world.
What a bloodbath of a game. I think we're going to come out ahead. Now things should settle down a little. Well, maybe not. One day I'll have some items, and then this will be a lot better for me. I can't believe this. This player's allowed to have their name, but Vex wasn't allowed to have Hentai Warlord. That's crazy. I'm not a poor sport, so I'm not gonna report this guy. But I'm really confident if we reported this player, they'd lose this name. All right. We're in a good place for this. This is a bloodbath, but I think bloodbaths kind of... We're pretty good in these. I think we're going to be getting so much damage. When, as soon as we get a damage over time item. I guess one of the funny problems here is actually that our sustain augment is stopping us from getting our gold. Let's go, ally pentakill. That was a singed pentakill. Not really, Vex, but do you see that this Rek'Sai's name is Uta Father, by the way? Since you're here. Common Singe W, you are correct. But no, I'm not nostalgic for old League. It's crazy that you're not allowed to have Hentai Warlord.
Such a busy world.
Oh, I had someone named Sweet Feet Lover the other day. Pretty good. Not the feet. This augment really unintentionally says that we can't die. Well, we will die eventually, but making it hard. Are you excited for League Classic, Vex? In curiosity?
You had every chance.
Heal this for 1,000. Quite funny. Not really. I also have no nostalgia for old League to no one's surprise. Yeah. Thought you would be down with it though. I don't care. I mean, I'll play it just cause, but like, I can't say I care. Alright, we've died now. None of these are good for us, though. None of these are good. Damn, we're getting fucked up on our augments. That sucks. Now I do damage, though, so... Maybe I'll go try old Shaco just to see, like, but I actually don't even know. What have they changed on Shaco since the old days? Is there, do we even have anything? Is there an old Shaco to be had? That'll be very fun. I haven't, like, looked. Have they talked about what the characters are all gonna do? Yeah, I think his E used to be different. I think he also used to be pure AD. Well, okay. Yeah, Shaco's been the way that he is for so long that... the champ that I don't, like, recognize. Alright, here we go. Something decent. Eureka is at least something playable. Could be better, but...
To the depths with them!
Let's go! Pentakill for Kindred! The game where 2 of my teammates have gotten pentakills? That's crazy. Oh god, they all got taken to the, like, the not death realm. Do we want Warlock Juice Box here? Maybe. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright.
Your ally has slain an enemy.
Morgana's so deep into this weird build without any penetration. Bottom half of the dessert done. Let's go! How much more dessert is there to assemble, Ox? That's a big singed, by the way. The top half, I made the Oreo layer and put the chocolate on top now. That needs to firm up in the freezer before I add the ice cream. Okay. You already have the ice cream?
Ally has been slain.
Alright, we got that. Now I just go for some AP. Oh, do you already have the ice cream, Ox? Or did you still... Were you making ice cream? Did you still need to make ice cream? Oh, bought it. Okay. Have the time or energy to make it from scratch? Okay.
Feeding the fishes. You earned your broth there.
Oh, we got flashed on right there. But sure. Took them long enough to try to chase us down. Oh, good kill on the Kindred's part. Got killed, but it was a good one, at least. Alright, we're gonna get a Rylai's actually, just because this team is like chasing us like crazy.
Ally has slain an enemy.
So I think having the perma-slow, good.
Promising garden.
I'd like to see that.
Let's go! We're doing it! Now our plants are just giga annoying.
Twice the bounty.
Let's go! We did it again.
How'd that taste?
Cannon celebration! Big Renekton, let's go!
Claim the spoils.
Ow! Victory! I will honor my team for that one. We did it, team. Indra did a lot of damage. Whoa, she 31 kills. Dual Wield is such a good augment. Critical Rhythm, Great Infinity Edge. Stats on stats. Yeah, our augments kind of sucked. Really tragic for us. We are pretty much done with Mayhem, though. We have one last level to complete, and we're free. We got to level 66 of the Pandemonium Battle Pass, which ends in 8 days. For all that LeBlanc, we don't actually want to play. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and wrap here, though. Got on a win. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Let's pack this thing up. After this week, we should be back to more regular streams. Wednesday, we'll probably continue Halo on Wednesday. But I'll be streaming for a more regular, like 4-hour time. Just today, I really got to get some more stuff done before getting back to work. Busy week. So, yeah, good night, Ox. That's the Discord for anyone who would like to join our Discord. It's a fun place. I post a lot of garbage there. If you enjoy my garbage, you will enjoy the Discord. And yeah, so have a great week. I'll see you all Wednesday. We'll continue our Halo journey. And yeah, good night. Goodbye.